There are way too many options available, and I know that it can be incredibly difficult to navigate through all of the brands and watches, so that's why I have picked 12 of the best luxury watches to start out with for each category. So let's get started. Right, and we're going to start out with Quartz. I know, controversial, but hear me out. The first one is the Tissot PRX Quartz. It is a 40mm diameter watch with 316L steel. It has a quartz movement with the date at 3 o'clock. It has a bracelet with a quick change system and a sapphire crystal on top. You get multiple dial colors that are available with a sunburst finish, and I would say the blue dial is the most classic for a price of $359. And this is a great choice to start out with because A, it is classic, so you've got a no fuss watch with, given the price, excellent finishing quality. It is a 70s inspired design, so it is not some, boring quartz watch, but one that already has a little bit of, a kick in it. It is 100-meter water resistant, so it's, great for, every day and everything. And you can just put it on, don't have to worry about setting it, and go with your day. Next up, we have the Grand Seiko Snowflake. It is also a 40mm in diameter. It has an entire titanium case and bracelet. It is also 100-meter water resistance and only weighs 100 grams in total. It has the 9R6 full spring drive movement for one of the smoothest sweeping seconds in a quartz watch. It is near to perfect in terms of finishing, and it has an incredibly high level of detail. The watch dial itself is inspired by the snowy Hotaka Mountains, hence the nickname Snowflake, and it has a retail price of $6,200. It is a very unique combination of a mechanical and a quartz movement. It has a tri-synchro regulator, so you have the types of energy to regulate the moving parts. You've got the mechanical power from the mainspring, you have the electrical power from the quartz oscillator, and the electromagnetic power to apply a brake via rotor and stator. And this not only makes for a fantastic first luxury watch, but also of course for a great addition to an existing collection because of the technology that is so smart and so fascinating. That just looking at this one, taking away is an experience in itself. And let's start with the impeccable finishing of the Grand Seiko watches. Okay, and we're going to continue with dress watches, and for that I want to start out with the Junghans Maxwell Automatic with the black leather strap. It is a German Bauhaus dress watch. It has a 38mm diameter. It is a stainless steel case and has got a black leather strap attached to it. There is a sapphire crystal sitting on top. It has a 5-bar water resistance and a handy date at 3 o'clock, and it is priced at $1,270 at retail. And it is a great choice, especially as one of those, first luxury watches. If you want a watch that is standing out by being so inconspicuous, it is a timeless German Bauhaus design that will look amazing today, and also I'm sure will look amazing in 20 years time. So if you're someone who likes the dress watch aesthetic and doesn't mind the low water resistance, then yes, this could absolutely be part of your one and done watch collection watches. And I want to follow this up with the IWC Portofino Automatic. It is a 40mm diameter dress watch. It is automatic. It has a stainless steel case, and this is a black alligator strap. It has a silver plated Sunray dial and gold hands and hour markers in this configuration. There's a couple of configurations more to choose from. It has these beautiful leaf styled hands and a date at 3 o'clock, and it sits at a retail price of $5,050. And I have to say, every time I see this one in real life, I am so shocked at how good looking this is. It is also one of my all-time favorite alternatives to, the more expensive dress watches, but not necessarily better ones, like the JLC Master Ultra Thin, for example. Lots of people are raving about that one, but I prefer the Portofino here. The Portofino is, just a stunning dress watch that oozes elegance, but, doesn't come off as old-fashioned, which I really disliked in some others in this category, like the Ultra Master Thin, for example, that goes for double the price. And next up are the everyday/field type of watches, and I want to start out with the Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical in 38mm. So like I said, it's a 38mm in diameter. You can also get one in 40 if you like a bigger one. It has a stainless steel case. The black dial has a high contrasting white hour markers to go with it. There's also a sapphire crystal on top with a full-on 80-hour power reserve and a 5-bar water resistance. It is a hand-wound watch, so you've got a bit more of a personal connection with this one here. And it is priced at $595 at retail. And it is a recreation of the original 1960s military watch from Hamilton, so you've got a bit of history in there as well. It was also featured in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, for anyone who's interested in a bit of Sonic the Hedgehog lore. It is a very masculine looking watch. It's a very utilitarian in its design, so great if you're looking for a more, let's say, rugged look to fit your life. And I really wanted to include this because those lists often focus on those, fancy looking watches. So this khaki field is the opposite of that. And on the other side, we have the Omega Aquaterra. It is the 38mm Omega Aquaterra. It's also made from stainless steel like the khaki field. It has a 150-meter water resistance, and it has a date at 6 o'clock this time. And it's got this stripy teak dial design and a sunray finish to it. It is master chronometer certified with the in-house caliber 8800 and is also meta certified. And it is going for $6,300 retail. And this one is pretty much a, go everywhere, do anything type of watch. You can wear this whenever, wherever. It looks well enough with a suit as with, jeans and t-shirt. It is also one of these great, like one watch collections contenders if you go for, I would say, the classic colors like the white dial or like the blue, for example. Next, we're going to look at the GMT watches. Arguably, this one's a bit tricky to find the less expensive GMTs, but it is worth it if you're putting in a bit more money. So I'm going to start with the Longines Zulu Time. It is a 39mm watch. It is also stainless steel, and it has this stunning 3D dial with lots of depth in it. It's a sunburst finishing on a dial. It also has a sapphire crystal with both sides being coated with anti-reflective material. It has a ceramic insert with the bidirectional bezel, and it also has a quick chain strap system, which I really like, and it retails for $3,150. And when it comes to GMTs, I think the Zulu Time is really so underrated and should really deserve more attention. It is stunning, and oh my gosh, the dial, the depth of it is just on another level. Look at the indices and how they are a level below the rest of the dial. I really love it. It's also great in terms of finishing and the quality of the finishing, and it does not wear too big. Plus, it's rather tame color-wise, so perfect if you don't want, too much color on your wrist. You get lots of GMTs with the 2 colorways, but that one is a bit more tame. But if you are looking for a bit more color in your life, I recommend the Tudor Black Bay 58 GMT. Just has been released this year. Really cool. Novelty from Tudor with a 39mm diameter. It's 316L full seal watch with a 2-tone bezel, the Coke colorway. The inlay of the bezel is anodized aluminum. It has gilded numerals on the bezel and on the dial. It is COSC certified, so yay. It's got a water resistance of 200 meter, which is amazing for GMT. And it's got a 65-hour power reserve, and it's also anti-magnetic up to, I think, 15,000 gauss, so that is not messing with the accuracy of your watch. It has got the matte black dial that we know from the Black Bay 58s, and it has a date at 3. GMT hand is also in a nice fitting rose gold, and it retails for $4,750. And this one is such a no-brainer, because if you want to go for GMT, the proportions here work so well, and it's overall a well-balanced watch in terms of design, quality, heritage, and pricing. I myself own a predecessor, the classic black dial Black Bay 58, and the best way to describe it is convenient, and I mean that in the most positive way when I say this watch is convenient, because it's just easy to wear. It's durable and it looks great in most situations. Arguably, the red from the bezel might interfere with the suit, but still, amazing vintage inspired dive watch from Tudor that is also a GMT. And next, we are going to continue with the chronographs. And for this, I want to start out with the Seagull 1963 chronograph reissue. It is a 38mm variant that I'm talking about right now, but you also can get the bigger one with the 40mm. It is a Chinese military chronograph. You've got the steel case and the fabric strap to go with it. It's got these golden indices and this very warm sand colored dial. Super interesting and great looking column wheel chronograph. It is also hand ground, therefore. It's got the blue hands, and you can choose between an acrylic or a sapphire crystal. And depending on the shop where you find it, it will cost you in between $200 or $300. It is a very unique looking chronograph with a vintage, military design, and definitely not your, standard Seiko SKX, which I'm not hating on. I'm just saying it's a bit more, out there. I myself own this watch too, and this is the watch I have gotten the most compliments on so far, which is pretty cool. It's got this very soft warm colors, and they're just stunning to look at. It's also lightweight and very comfortable thanks to the fabric strap, and that makes it suitable especially for smaller wrists out there. And on top, you get a column wheel chronograph, which is also very rare, especially at that price point, which I think is really cool. They can also see it on the case back, so if you turn it around, it is a stunning manually wound column wheel chronograph movement to look at, and it's a great package overall. And then I want to follow this up with the white dial Speedmaster. I know this is very out there for me. It's the white version of the Speedmaster Moonwatch Professional from Omega. So it's a 41mm diameter. It's got a full steel case and bracelet. It's got this white lacquer dial, applied indices, and a black anodized aluminum bezel. The sapphire crystal on top and on the back is included, and you've got the hand-wound in-house caliber 3861 from Omega. It's got a 5-bar water resistance, so nothing new here in terms of Speedmasters, with a 50-hour power reserve, and it retails for $8,100. And yeah, I mean, what can I say? I rarely put a Speedmaster in a list like this, but this is an exception, because while this isn't the classic configuration, because that would be, you know, the full black one, I absolutely prefer and recommend this white dial because it combines, you know, the classic features that make the original Speedy so iconic, but gives it a fresh twist with the white lacquer dial, which makes it, you know, I think 1,000 times better. You know, more sexy in my opinion. It's just a fresh looking watch, and I really like the white dial. It really suits very well, and it's just less boring and great to start out with. And now last but not least, we're going to talk about dive watches, and for that I want to introduce you to the Mido Ocean Star 600 chronometer. It is a 43.5mm diameter dive watch with a full steel case and bracelet. You've got the sapphire crystal included. You've got both sides of that crystal covered with anti-reflective coating. It is a 600-meter water resistance, so dive away with this one. It is COSC certified, which is amazing. You've got a ceramic inlay in the bezel. My favorite one is the black dial and black bezel configuration with the orange color highlights, and you've got the matching black date disc at 3, and it all starts at amazingly $1,780. And I have to say, I just love this Mido. It's a fantastic diver. It's a classic looking one, and I know this is not reinventing the wheel in terms of design, but it's down to earth. It has charming details like the hands with the cutout and the orange color highlights. It is COSC certified with a higher water resistance than the Submariner, for example, and overall, you know, really solid choice for a great price that you cannot go wrong with. And a bit more expensive for that, we have the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean 600. That is also a 43.5mm case, full steel and bracelet like the Mido. It has these big arrow-shaped hands and a helium escape valve at 10, and it also got a date at 3 o'clock. It is satin brushed for the most parts with the mirror polish on the flanks, making it a bit more, you know, sophisticated looking, and a dial made from ceramic. Like I said, it's got the 600-meter water resistant, and it is also Meta certified. So you've got a super accurate watch here, starting at $7,100 at retail. And I know what you're thinking, why not go for the Seamaster Diver 300M, which is the more obvious choice for so many people? Well, I believe the Super Ocean is a bit more versatile and therefore the wiser choice if you're starting out and this is your first like big luxury purchase. The smooth dial with, you know, the arrow hands and a few color accents have, you know, a calm look to them, and the specs are impeccable, and the helium escape valve crown is more flat and there are no crown guards, which makes the design come off as, you know, more compact and I think also more elegant, so you're a bit more, it's easier to wear, I think, than the Seamaster Diver 300M at the end of the day. And here we have it. Now you know which are the best luxury watch options for every category to start out with. And let me know in the comments down below which your very first luxury watch was, and if you would recommend it. And if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. Bye!